Welcome, hello everybody. Hi there, Burn. How you doing? 3 guesses what I forgot. I'll give you a hint. I've done it before. Anywho, what are we doing? That is not really worth it, I don't think. Not with the fuel. If I get more diesel here, I would do it, but I can't. So. No. Did I sleep last time? Is it 9 a.m. or 9 p.m.? Gonna guess 9 p.m. 9 a.m. It should be. The sun would be out. Well, it's not quite late enough to guarantee sleeping through the night, so we'll do a little bit more. Well, we gotta put the train together still that we're taking out. Alright. I was putzing around with different things. Over to my neighbors next door. I knew I was gonna go over there today, and oh man, it's hot out there. Hot and humid. It's pretty terrible. Forest Central. That's the northern one, right? Yeah. Oh, thanks. Goods Factory 15. Goods Factory 20. Goods Factory 17. Nice. The empties are worth more than loads, which is wild. Right, that's what I was going to do. I was going to take this set of plywood and this and not take 37. So that would be too much altogether, I think. Yeah, 300 for that would be 500. Let's see, 600 tons. This DM3 could pull it, but it would be pretty rough. It's downhill out of here. Actually, it is downhill out of here. And the only uphill climb is up here. Oh, then it's uphill into Goods Factory. Never mind. We'll never make it up there with that much. 300, 400 tons. That's still a little high, but I think we could do that. Okay, that's what I want. 00 and 51. And also on the way, I think I'm going to stop here and run over to City Southwest and get, because I can afford it, right? Yeah, 59,000. 59,000, yeah, I can definitely afford it. I'm gonna buy the keys for the caboose just so next time we're in the area we can grab it. And yeah, okay, that sounds good. Some wacky remix Megalovania and I heard Sonic. LH51. Well, that's easy. Now let me guess. The first set of lumber is the one that I don't want. I was playing this a bit in Sandbox yesterday, testing out. I have the rearranged 282 mod installed right now. And the other mod that fiddles with the 282, it adds streamlining. But that one I have all set to default. Oh, 00. Good, it is this end. But, I got tired. I kind of started falling asleep, so I stopped playing with it. But I wanted to... Well, I did make one run with the 282, and it did work, but I heard some sounds that I didn't like, the, whatchamacallit? It's dark. The, brain. Oh, the lubricator was turned on, you know, that oils the running gear and stuff. And even with it on, I'm pretty sure I was hearing the noise. It's kind of like a kind of grindy noise that I think I've never heard it before because I've never run the steam engine without the lubricator on, but I think that noise is what happens when you're not running the lubricator. But the lubricator was on. And I think one time it turned off on me when I got off the locomotive and walked away and came back, and then I had to turn it back on. And I didn't notice the draft, but I think well, it was late. I was tired, and maybe I was just being dumb. But I think one time the blower turned off on its own. I could be wrong, though. Or who knows, maybe that's even a sandbox thing. I don't think so, though. So that is still installed, that mod pack. I backed up this save file from this because, God, if I lose this, I'm going to be sad. So, we'll see what happens. I don't have the license for the 2A2 yet anyway, but see if there's one that spawns in. We'll look at it and see what kind of wacky wheel arrangement it has. Of course, you're not in forward. But because I was playing around in Sandbox yesterday, I was darting around with the dash button, you know, F by default minus B. I was using that, and I have an extra pedal that works for that. And, you know, and turning switches with this. So now I'm a little worried that since I'm back on my career save with the realism stuff, I'm going to be screwing up. Look at the loads first, since they're here. Don't mind me, I have a lifesaver. Oops. Oh boy, are we drifting? Hold on. I don't want a Tokyo drift. Little out of practice playing in realistic. I think we would have made it, but better be safe than sorry. Still turned? No, we wouldn't have made it. No, wait, I don't want to go that way. My brain. It is what it is. Okay. Oh, we're lined up for this. Good. Oh, the music's too loud. Hold on. When I was just setting up Media Player just before the stream, I was putting it on the right list and stuff, and it was being very laggy. I normally have it on 2. Yeah. So it's not these empties, it's the empties over in B yard, yeah. Best Chocobo theme from the best Final Fantasy. One of these days I'll actually anger somebody saying that. But I do mean it. Of course, that's only because it's the Final Fantasy that I grew up with. Funny thing is, I'm usually not that big into role-playing games like Final Fantasy. But that one's special just because we Me and my sister grew up with it. And all Final Fantasy all Final Fantasy games have amazing music. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, I'm being lazy and not counting cars, so I have to just check it every once in a while, I guess. 00 still. Oh, 37. Probably set a handbrake on the cars that I'm leaving behind. Actually, I'm going to leave this like that just in case I roll back a little bit. Don't want to relock into them. Take those off, something behind. So, Burn, I took out some more wrestling music because that seems to be the main thing that's getting little content ID'd. Not in a bad way. It's not like muting the video on YouTube or anything, but wondering what this one is. I'm gonna let it play through it, but oh no, this is Final Fantasy 14. Okay, be okay then. But yeah, I forget what the newest one was that got ID'd. I'm getting pretty close to being able to apply for monetization on YouTube, I think. Come on. Main junction to get over to Vineyard. Gotta remember, can't dash, can't do any stupid stuff, so I won't be able to get away with it. Main split? No, that's the main split. Let's pick up some speed there. This is a good hill coming out of here. Yeah, I didn't give anybody any warning today. I should have earlier because I knew I was going to stream tonight, but I just forgot. Last night I didn't stream. Well, I wanted to take a night off anyway, but also Hololive Advent was going to do their tour of the Minecraft server, but that didn't work out because Bibu's internet didn't want to work, and they didn't want to do it without her, so... It was kind of funny because her internet was kind of working, so she could get in the Minecraft server, but she couldn't really move and she couldn't see the other girls. It's kind of hilarious in its own right. So they just kind of putzed around for a little while in the where you first spawn in the JP server. No. I didn't put it in reverse. Good job, me. Oh, that's too high of a gear, I think. Eventually I'll remember how to play this game, right? Now, are my switches right up there at the end where I'm going? I don't think so. We're gonna keep rolling. It doesn't really look like it. Keep going. Oh, she's stalling out. Okay. Or it's tricky when you can't dash. But that's why I added this difficulty. Alright, roll back down the hill. Problem is, I'm pretty sure I didn't set the switches right to go into the storage yard to hook up to the empties that I want, so I need to get us moving enough that we won't stop and roll backwards, but not too much that I can't get back there in time to throw the switch. Okay, that should do it. Keep rolling, please. If it stalls out and starts rolling backwards again, I'm just gonna blow the air and walk up and throw the switch and come back. But I think we're still moving, yeah. Okay, here we go. That's good. That needs to go. Yeah, it's dark. I think I'll be able to sleep through the night now. Keep going. I'm not on a clock yet, so it can go as slow as it wants to go, as long as it keeps it moving. I think the lumber's heavier than it used to be, which is good. I think before Simulator it was too lightweight, I felt. Or at least maybe it wasn't actually that lightweight, but the numbers on the cards were too light. I don't know. Seemed like the lumber was a little too easy to haul around. We still rolling? Barely. I'm gonna have to go up to the engine and give it a little more gas, probably. Come on, keep going. Ah, she's stalling out. Okay. Still uphill just a little bit, so. By stalling, I don't mean the engine stalling, I mean the speed's stalling out. It's not moving anymore. Just like when a plane is stalling, it's because it's not getting enough lift. Nothing wrong with the engines, per se. Come on. A little burst. There we go. That should be enough. And as much as I hit the dash button, okay. We made contact. As much as I hit the dash button, nothing's gonna happen because dash is turned off. But all it takes is one session when you play in Sandbox instead, and then you just start trying to do that. I will say though, even though I was in Sandbox, I was trying to play the game the same way I play it now in Realistic, for the most part. But, you know, sometimes old habits happen. Okay, and this is LH51. Yeah. Is that just one hand cart? I bet there's two. Hand cart. Hand brake. Nope, just one. Okay. Okay, good. Well, it's almost over anyway, but it's like some long chant song. I think it must have been extended. Okay, now I want this. Believe it or not, even though it looks like this is going to fall off very easily, I bet it's going to stay. Can't hang it off the coupler like you're supposed to because they have the knuckle couplers. Alright, we can start. Well, we're going to sleep and then we're going to start the job. Should probably set the independent before I go to sleep, huh? Might be a good idea. If I wanted to be really realistic, I would shut down the engine and set some handbrakes, but time pretty much stands still when you sleep through so many certain number of hours, so I'm just gonna leave the engine on and let's put the independent on and fine. I'll set the handbrake here just for all that. That's easy enough to kick off. I'm not going to shut down the engine because that actually causes more damage than letting it run. It's only going to be a couple minutes. Man, this was one of those special like mnemonic streams. This game, Rekinder. It's pretty good. Had a pretty nice ending too, I think, if I remember correctly. And it wasn't like super terrible and twisted like some other ones. And not, you know, like Witch's House was twisted in a good way. That game was amazing. Narissa actually streamed that a couple weeks ago. She's doing one horror game a week apparently, and that was one she did was Witch's House, and that was pretty good. It was she knew the game a little too well, so it wasn't quite as good as it could have been, but it was still a pretty good stream. Okay, pt6. Although at the same time, it was kind of nice to have somebody that wasn't like super jumpy about it, you know. Okay. Alright, we are ready to go. Gonna get her forward in a slow creep. Oh, and I want to throw some switches so that when I come in here next time, things will be a little easier. Okay, I don't want this set to the output track. I can have it set to the through track. I never come through here. I always deliver to here if I come here. I never come through here. So I'm going to set the switches in both of the yards to the input track. I'm gonna want one of those input tracks when I come in here next. Don't forget to stop at City Southwest for the caboose keys. And after... Sure. Okay, enter. How do we actually do this? Okay. Aren't I fancy? Why is the engine off? It shuts the engine off when you sleep? I thought it just put the brakes on. I didn't realize it actually shuts the engine. Well, I guess I should have done it then because the game does it anyway. I thought the game would just set the handbrake. So they put a neutral, yep, of course. Actually took the independent off, which is silly. Whatever. A little bit of lag tonight. Weird. Okay. Alright. Let's get her moving. I want just a nice slow crawl out of here because I gotta hang on the back of the engine, back of the train. And I want to throw the switch back. It's downhill, so I don't need much speed out of here. Gotta put it in fourth just in case it does pick up more speed. I don't want it to over rev. So yes. There's not going to be any mistakes tonight, I think. Actually, this switch I don't care about. This can stay. Because I don't use this as a through yard anyway. Not by default. This is the one that needs to go. Start to pick up a little speed. Get it for downhill. Alright, the engine. Probably blow the air just a little bit. Set some brakes up. I'm paranoid. Don't need much, I just don't want it to get away from me. Is that it? I already threw those, right? Yeah. That's good. Oh no. Yes, that's good. There's a lot of times I come in here with empties, so I have to throw some switches anyway, but you know, whatever. At least I have like a default that I'm setting. Don't blow up the engine, please. I think it was okay. see how high the revs were, but it was starting to get bad, but not too bad. What is it, 40 through here? Yeah. Don't really want to go over 40 on this whole line. Actually, part of it I think is even 30. I don't want a full 8th because I want to be able to use the engine brake if I have to. This is more to control the engine speed than the speed of the train, really. Just don't want it revving high enough that I have to go up to 8th and then pretty much deem the engine brake useless. Could be doing 50, but 40's good enough. Honestly, it's gonna go right back down anyway, I think. And I'd like to be able to keep using this gear. So yeah, it's fine. Sure, they gave us plenty of time. $30. I should have done that before we go in the tunnel. But you know. Tomorrow, my mom and her mother are going to go on a little trip for, I think, like 4 days. They're going to Rhode Island. Connecticut and Rhode Island, I think. The house to myself. Big deal. Once the end of the train gets past that sign. Got a little bit ways to go. Probably by the time the whole train's in the 40, there's going to be another 30 sign. Yep, called it. Derail Valley. Doing a little under 30 right now. I guess the hill's not as bad. Let's give it enough throttle to not slow the engine down naturally, I guess. Or not. We're at 30. Okay. There's City Southwest, which we have to stop at. Well, not the train. I'm gonna stop the... I'm gonna go through the Y switches there. Park the train, the end of the train just past the switch so I can throw the switch back to the main. And then I'll take my hand cart and run over to City Southwest and get the keys. I think that is my plan. Yeah, the hill's not as bad now. 5. Why is there a 5 sign? And then immediately after that, there's this curve that pretty sure would be a 2 or a 3, I think. I know it says 5 and then the next one's gonna be lower, but I don't feel like this curve should have been a 5. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but doesn't seem right. Now we're back to 3. Yep. I'm at 30. I'm not speeding. Calm down with the noises. If this switch is wrong, then I'd be a little upset. Oh, we're good. Speed limit 30. What's the other way? It'd be 20. Okay, dispatcher said we're clear to go on the main. It's fine. This is still turned from when I came in, I guess. Oops. And here we go with yawning. Here with me, go with me saying that I'm pretty sure I slept enough. Which, yeah, I'm good. Pass the switch, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm sure the air is pumped back up by now, and it's not rolling. So, independence holding. Oh, I was a good Redbear and I left the switches turned the right way. Ding ding, toot toot, and all that. Now, the shop for City Southwest is... That's it, isn't it? So we figured out last stream with that hand cart. I wasn't quite sure how this worked, but it does. As soon as you spawn in a hand cart, if there's another one on the tracks, it goes away. Or probably even if it's on the ground, it'll go away. So if I'm going to use a hand cart to go somewhere and then I know I'm going to use another one to go somewhere else, I don't have to take the time to clear the one I just jumped off of because I can just spawn another one. Alright, and it's free. It was free, but... Reginald's guitar garage key. Guitar. I read that as guitar. Why did I read that as guitar? I don't know. 20,000. I have 69. Okay. Nice. Now we have keys. Those can obviously go in my pocket. The other thing here, which money do I have? 39,000. I can get the boombox for 15,000. And then there's cassettes. I have some pre-made cassettes that I could play instead of my music that I always have playing in the background, but I won't do that quite yet. I think I need to take some time to make more cassettes. I think I've made 4 or 5, so I can make there's 10 total. The $100 ones are the blank, technically blank ones, but then you can make playlists for. And I've made playlists for maybe the first 4 or 5. The $500 ones are the ones with music already on them that Alt Future, company that made the game, made. I think. So I think that music is royalty free too, but I'm not completely positive. But I don't want to spend the money on that now. I guess we're walking. I just told you guys that I don't need to clear the hand cart because I can just spawn another one. And what am I doing? I'm spending time looking for the one that I spawned because I'm worried that I don't want to leave it on the track. But I think I cleared it. No, I didn't clear it. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Why am I walking? Please. Thank you. This has to get turned back. See, I can just hop off. Turn this back. That's good, that's good. It's magic. I don't want to go that way. Can we stop going the wrong way? Please. Can we? Thank you. It's a little bit finicky getting going the right way. I might do want to clear that. Oh boy, this might be a short stream if I'm gonna keep being tired. I don't know why I'm tired though. Bang. I guess I haven't seen Sturgy too much today, huh? This is a freaking remix 16-bit. Yeah, it's like Super Nintendo style. I think. Genesis, one of them. Genesis, I think. So, should not get me claimed. I hope. I didn't set any handbrakes, right? Much as I like this DM3, and I do like it, I'd love to start getting into Steam sometime soon. Oh, hey there, Red. How you doing? Yeah, I like the DM3. It's pretty great. Really nice addition to the game. Ready? About that. I guess I was going faster before because we were going downhill. Yeah, no, I'm you, yeah. Yeah, it's just a shunter, really, but it does have a whole lot of grunt. Yeah, end game is pretty much either 282 or DE6. It's really DE6, but I'm more of a Steam guy, so I just don't haul much more than what 282 can handle, usually. I do sometimes do the DE6s and lash them up and have some kind of really monster train. All three of them in one run, oh boy. Well, as long as you can dash, then yeah, you can just hop between the locomotives, I guess. I was actually tempted in this playthrough. There was a second DM3 where we just came from at the sawmill, and I was going to double head them and take all three jobs out of there and just put them back to back so that I could walk between the two cabs, but that's going to be... I decided against it. I don't think it was really worth it, and it's tricky. And with my realistic difficulty that I'm running, I made some of my own options, and one of them was I completely turned off the dash key. Not even so. There's not even a short dash. There's no dash. You can spam F all you want. Nothing's gonna happen. So, yeah. That means it's very easy to make a mistake and then not be able to fix it. And the 282, I tried it a little bit once before I started streaming this, and the 282 is rough to get into without the dash key, but you can do it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Last stream, the one where nothing happened, I was coming down the grade from the logging camp, southern logging camp, to steel mill. I did that because I missed a turn, and I ended up going steel mill instead of where I meant to go. But anyway, I was coming down the grade at like 30 to 40, somewhere around that. And you know, that place, that area is like a 60 speed limit. But I said, "Oh, I know I got to throw the switch, right?" So I got on my hand cart and I ran up ahead of me to throw the switch. I was like, "Okay, I'll just hop on the train and hit the brakes." I wanted to turn down towards the farm. And by the time the train made it down to the switch where I hopped on, and I was frantically trying to get in the cab. This one's kind of a pain in the ass to get in because you get on the walkway out there, and you can't get into the cab from out there. You get in from here. And yeah, by the time I got in and slammed on the brakes, forget it. We put her in the dirt pretty good. I very rarely derail, but that was a pretty good one. But it didn't happen. Don't worry about it. Yep. Because, you know, logs are heavy, so when you start going down the grade at 30 to 40 and you don't like at least put, I don't know, the engine brake on or something, then you dart out ahead to try to get the switch. By the time you catch it, it's going to be doing about 70 and a 50. So yeah. Ah, there's Sturgy. Yeah, I didn't announce it ahead of time this time. I didn't think of it. I didn't think of it, and I was kind of busy before dinner too. That's usually when I announce it. Oh, we're gonna go. That's okay. We're going through the loading yard. This completely bypasses the farm, and it's perfectly safe. There's never anything parked here. I did that after my non-event from that stream. What are we doing? We're doing 40. That's good enough. And supposedly we can do 50 through here, but that seems a little fast for a yard. Although 50 kilometers is only like 30 miles, so I guess it's not that bad. I wish the DM3 and what other locomotive doesn't have it? The DM3 doesn't have it, and something else. I wish it had a bell though. The DE2. I don't know why they added bells to some stuff, and then the two switcher locomotives that really do a lot more moving around in yards and stuff that really should have a bell don't have bells. It's a little weird. The 06L has a bell, the 282, the DE6. So just give them all bells. I don't know. I guess bells are more of an American thing. This really isn't an American locomotive. And the DH4 has a bell, but it's this horrible beeping alarm thing because Soviet Russia, I guess. I don't know. That switch isn't going to be turned. Okay, we're going to be smart about this. As much as I hate coming down just about a stop before a hill, we're not going to repeat the problems that I made before. I think. That's still not. Yeah, pretty much that's what I had to do. Yeah, the DH4 bell. Yeah, it's not a bell. It's a freaking klaxon. Yep, I turned that off too. Oh, the Sturgy, the pager says no entry fire for effect. Oh wow. I don't know if I ever noticed that. Oh, really, we're gonna roll backwards. Yeah, that's the two things that I did to make this harder than regular realistic. is I turned off dash and I turned off remote switching. So this is gonna be fun. I mean, it's not that steep. Whoa. Really? We're gonna slip? I didn't buy the boombox yet. I almost bought it this last time when I just dipped into City Southwest, but I don't quite want to spend the money on it yet. And I want to make more tapes because I want to still have a good variety of music. Because, you know, I'm streaming, so I can't just play a radio station, really. The MCA and all that. There are some royalty-free radio stations. I do have a royalty-free jazz one, I think, but this thing, you leave it at 100 revs, you're gonna kill the engine, but up to like 95, it's okay. So if you're going up a hill, that's kind of what you need to do. As much revs as you can get without killing it. Or burning the oil, I guess. What gear am I in? Fourth? Do I need to go down to third? I'm not liking this lag I'm getting here and there. I don't think it's from the game. I think it's probably either media player sometimes really slows everything down, or I don't know actually, because I'm not running anything else. Oh boy, 3 a.m. That's 9 for me too, so I guess you're in the part of Michigan that's in east. Oh, come on. I'm in New York personally. I'm hot. I'm game in real life. Oh, I have it set at 75, no wonder. It's been really hot today. Oh, okay. Alright, it's not fast, but we're making it up the hill. I was tempted to take another set of lumber along with this, and I would have never made it up that hill. Well, even the biggest problem was I couldn't run at it at speed because I'd stopped for the switch. But even if I did have speed, if I had that extra set of cars, I don't know if I would have made it. Probably not. Everything else is, well, I think I would have made that hill that we just did. But I would have made it up into Goods Factory. That's really steep. Yeah, Michigan's more towards the middle. Most of it's, I think, in the central time zone. I think. I do know one person that lives in Michigan, real life. A friend of my mother's that used to live in a room with us. She lives in Grand Rapids. That's all the way west of West Michigan, though. I don't know where she is now. I haven't talked to her in a while. Ah, okay. So yeah, it's, oh yeah, I did see you said it was like 3 in the morning. I was gonna say it must be late for you. I gotta get around to doing some more streams during the day. I did used to stream during the day back before I kind of stopped streaming altogether for a while. Nope. Okay, I was trying to skip 7th, but We need it. So this is 1/8, huh? Downhill, come on. There we go. Heart rate, yeah. It's a little high, huh? Well, the first episode of this playthrough... First episode of this playthrough, I did so much switching in steel mill, and because it's unrealistic, you make more money just for easier jobs like that. I was able to buy the DM3 license right from the steel mill. So, yeah, I've been running it the whole time. Yeah, this thing doesn't go a whole lot faster than 60 because you're going to top out your revs. That's the problem. I'm out of gears. Yeah. I can go a little bit faster, but not much because I can't let that needle stay at 100. Yeah, I've never gotten it much faster than 70. Of course, the speedometer will go all the way up to, like the S90, but yeah, I've never seen it go much faster than 70 unless you're going downhill. I mean, honestly, the D270 is pretty damn fast for that thing. It's a switcher. Here in the States, the closest thing to it was from back in the late 40s and 50s. The GE made something called a 44 tonner. And I know about those because I used to run with one for a bit on a short line. And those things don't go much faster than probably 20 to 30 miles an hour, which is even less than that in kilometers. Yeah? Oh, wow. Must have been downhill. Yeah, you could go faster with it before sim. That fast, though, you must have been going down to the harbor or something. Good long downhill. Ah. That explains it. So, I mean, yeah. I'm gonna say, I guess in sandbox mode you can turn off derailing and stuff, so there might be some wacky shenanigans you can still get away with. Okay. Yeah, that's about it. I don't even bother trying to go over 60 because it's not worth it. Yep. Well, the thing with the sandbox, though, which a lot of people not crazy about, but I can understand it, is you can't really unlock all the fun stuff in sandbox until you've already beaten the game in non-sandbox mode, career mode. So, like, you can't fiddle with the difficulty settings in sandbox until you've beat the game in career, I should say. So you're stuck with just realistic or normal or comfort. But once you beat the game, then you can go into the difficulty setting and change all sorts of stuff. Oh, speaking of changing stuff, I don't remember if I came from the goods factory last time. Nope. sucks because brakes. Oh, oops, through. Okay, damn it. Oh. I'm gonna have to back up. Probably could have hopped out, but I'm playing super safe now. Okay, let's see. I'm over the points, right? Oh. No, we're not over the points. Okay. Oh boy, now I'm climbing up to the goods factory without me. I must have come from food factory last. I was hoping that I came from goods factory last time, and the switch would already be thrown. You know what, I'm gonna back up a little bit. Get a little bit more of a run up, I think. I mean, the hill doesn't start yet, but if I don't have some kind of speed before that hill going into the goods factory, it is going to be a hell of a crawl. The nice thing about this DM3, though, is even if you're underpowered and you know, you're dealing with a hill and too much weight and stuff, you're probably not going to get stuck. You're going to have to go down to like first or second gear and crawl really freaking slow, but you're not going to be stuck. What's going on here? Oh. Oops. I didn't break things too much because I shifted before and I still had the engine brake on, I think. It shouldn't really be that big of a deal, but it is. I guess the problem with this is there's no actual clutch. It's a fluid coupling, I think. There's a tutorial you can read. Good luck, thank you. I'm just going to back up a little bit so I can get a little bit more of a run. Honestly, that's probably... I mean, we're not really on the hill yet, so... This is heavier than I thought it was. $400. Oh, yeah. This is a little heavier than I was thinking. 400, and this is another 100, so that's 500 tons. Yeah, that's pushing it for this guy. Uh-oh. That's not great. Unless it's something silly, then you can just laugh about it, I guess. Come on, hold the throttle, thank you. Ah. Mm-hmm. That's usually how it goes. For the shift pattern, I'm following the pattern that everybody linked on Discord. Because there's a Derail Valley Discord, or I should say all future Discord, and people have this screenshot of a shift pattern, and mostly it seems to work. Although I understand. Well, what I should say is I'm not sure why it's not just first one stays in 1, and then you do 1, 2, 3 on the second one, and then second one goes in 2, and you do 1, 3, 3. You know, that's how I feel like it should be, but it's not quite that. I think the shift pattern that people put up just naturally skips a couple of gears because there's barely any difference between them. Maybe. I don't know. This does work pretty good. No. I'm using the mouse wheel, and sometimes it's just a little bit too easy to throw the levers too far. I just wanted one click out of that, and I got 2. And that kind of killed my momentum a little bit. I I think I'm gonna have to go back down. Damn it. Either she really wasn't ready to take 6, or just that momentary second that I threw it in 8th and back to 6. I lost my momentum. Yeah. Yeah, back down. And the hill is starting. Sure. Yeah, we're gonna end up in like second. Yep. For the most part. Arguing is pointless. Stating your opinion and stating whether or not you're going to change your opinion is one thing, but yeah, pointlessly arguing is pointless. Come on. Yeah, we're going to crawl up this hill. Probably going to be down to about 5 miles an hour by the end of it, or kilometers, whatever. I apologize. I am very American. I am going to say things in American units, even though they're not supposed to be. Can't really help it. Actually, before Simulator, there was a mile-per-hour mod that changed all the signs and the gauges to mile per hour. That was fun. I didn't really use it much, though, because there was also a custom car loader in those days, and all the custom locomotives did not switch to miles per hour, so it got confusing if you tried to use mile per hour. Good luck. Yeah. It's just what you learn at the end of the day. It's once you learn one thing, it's hard to learn something else. Yeah, I have a friend, David, that lives in Australia, that back before Simulator, we would play the multiplayer mod with each other sometimes, which kind of worked, kind of was a lot of fuss and things breaking, but then when it worked, it was awesome. But yeah, I would keep telling him, oh, you got 100 feet to go, or so many miles or something, mile per hour, and he's like, yeah, I don't use that crap here. So we just always argue back and forth about it. Well, not argue, it's more of a play thing than anything else, but it was funny. Yep, nope. Doing your freaking miles. I'm like, yeah. I'd be driving and I'd be guiding him into a couple, and I'm like, you got 100 feet to go, and he's like, yeah, well, whatever that is. Toot. Okay. And then he'd do the same thing if I was driving. He'd tell me how many meters to go, and I'm like, yeah, whatever that is. Toot. Good fun. Oh yeah, Aussies are fun. And I have a terrible sleep schedule a lot of times, so I end up hanging out with a few of them because for them it's daytime and for me it's daytime. We need to downshift again. I don't think so. I think we're gonna make it. A little bit pushing it on the oil temperature, but there's another, like around 100 where the alarm goes off again. That's when you're really starting to do damage, so I'm okay here. I know these should be switched fine. I've been doing a pretty good job with each yard, making sure when I leave a yard to leave the switches in a good position so that I don't come flying in and into a siding with a boxcar on it or something. Yeah, my sleep schedule is all over the place. Sometimes it's normal, sometimes it's not. It's been relatively normal lately. Okay, good. We're up the hill. Oh, it was a fun crawl up the hill. Okay, everything's straight. That's fine. We'll go around the loop. I was planning on that anyway. Yeah. That's okay. Might be a little early, but 3:27 in the morning for you. Yep. Night Owl Gang. It's 9:30 for me. I'll probably stop the stream around midnight. That's what I've been doing. Sounds like pointless argument. Oh man, Sturgy. Probably is. That's just a thing adults do, I guess. Some of them. Not all of them. I try my best to avoid it. Sometimes you can't, though. Ah. Yeah, me too. Wow. That's probably more along the lines of something that they would argue about. Oops. I didn't blow for the whistle, the crossing. Please tell me this is thrown. Yeah. Or not thrown, I should say. Probably better that way. I have switches to throw a little bit slower. Got it on lap right now, but it's probably still gonna grind it to a stop. What track am I going in? 6. Yeah. I'm gonna say about that word is it is something that people need to argue about. Yeah. He does seem to do that, if I remember correctly. And that did drag me to a stop. Yeah. That's okay. Suppose I should open up a vent tab in the Discord, huh? Not like there's all that many people in the Discord anyway. And someday. Yeah. That is true. Yeah, like if I had a tab on the Discord for it, then it could be something you could choose to look at or not look at. Or channel on the Discord, is that what it's called? What's old? Alright. Gotta set a handbrake, don't let me forget. That's right, I only need to get the lumber past. That's how we stop the train. Actually, I want this. I want that one to be blown. Sorry. Brain. There. This is blown now. Good. Okay. Is that a handbrake? Oh, I can't get past, can I? No. Not unless we have a clear track over here, which we don't. Oops. Clear track is here. What do we got parked here? Oh, that's a pt6. I could grab the DE2 just to move those flat cars over if I can get out. Yeah, I'll be lazy. Okay, let me get the money for this first. Handcart's not going to really help me because I need to go this way. No rails for. If I brought out the handcart, I just have to go around the loop with it. I guess I could put it here. Yeah, no buffers. Sorry, too American. The knuckle couplers do cause some problems sometimes because they're so big. I mean, they're the right size, but because they're a hitbox to click, it's very easy to click the knuckles and like unlock them or lock them when you're trying to click the hose or the angle cocks. So yeah, they can cause problems. But overall, I really prefer having knuckles over the freaking hook and chain. 30,000, very nice. I still have this. Yeah. I don't blame you. Realistic is it's a certain it's a certain mood for sure, and it means you gotta do everything really slow, really. But you get paid a lot more because that's what they did. They made it so that if your dash is very limited and stuff, then you're gonna be doing things a lot slower. So they raised the time limit and the payout to kind of make up for it. I think they might have raised the payout a little too much, to be honest, but I'm not complaining. Well, maybe I am a little. Yeah, the outside view. That's the new thing for Sim. Is you can just what's it F4 and you can use the outside view. I've even in realistic, I've never used it. I've used photo mode, which is like the outside view for taking pictures and stuff. That's what F5. I used that in simulator, in sandbox mode. I used that because I make a lot of train skins, like all of these skins I made, and so I like to use that to take pictures and stuff. But actually driving in outside view, I'm too used to not having the outside view. I feel like I'd have issues with that. Oh god, fucking bell. No thanks. Gonna be lazy and fire this thing up. I mean, I can refuel here now, so it's okay. Shouldn't cost me too much. Should probably turn off the DM3 though, actually. No. That was a goofy little jingle for whatever the fake chicken company is in GTA 5. Sometimes it doesn't bother me, but sometimes I hear it and I'm like, no. Gonna shut this thing off. I'm not gonna use it for a little bit. Lock it down. Yes. Yes, clucking bell, that's what it was. Bang. That doesn't have a chance of damaging. Oh my god, that damaged the car? The little stupid hand cart? Where'd all that? No, that wasn't from the hand carts. Surely. Wait, is this still damaged from the other derailment? No. Did I really do that much damage to two cars from running the little hand cart into it? 75%. No, that can't all be from the hand cart. I must have done something else to these cars. Oh boy. 0. These must be the ones that we derailed with before. Right? I'm sorry that nothing happened. We're gonna find out, I guess. That could have, all that damage could have been from that little hand cart. Surely. I gotta remember how to run this thing. It's been a minute. Well, the handcart itself doesn't take any damage, but I'm wondering if running it into the side of the flat car did damage to the flat car. But I can't believe there's 3 flat carts that are damaged. That could have all been from that little tap from the handcart. It must have been from something else. Must have been. I don't know what, but it must have been from something else. I'm getting all flustered now. Yeah, something wacky happened. I mean, I'm wondering if it's the cars that I brought in that were derailed from last time I streamed this. And even though I paid off the fees at the career manager, the side of the cart just still says 0. I'll find out when I go to the career manager. If I have some crazy fees again, I'm going to be kind of upset. I wish I looked at those cards before I ran the hand cart into it, then I would really know, but I can't believe the hand cart did all that. Like, if I threw a switch underneath the cars and they went different directions, that would do that much damage. I've seen that. But I didn't do that. Yeah, I've done that before. I threw a switch with... That's partially why I turned off remote switching, actually, because sometimes I've gotten myself in trouble with that. Like, I'll have this out and I'll be trying to aim at a switch further down, and I'll hit the one that I'm on top of instead. And yeah, if you do that, even if the cars don't derail, you can do a crazy amount of damage to them. I'm stuck. Help! Uh-oh. I am stuck under the car. You see? And I can't dash. Uh-oh. Can't sit up and down. Can't crouch. I can't do anything. There we go. Whew. I was getting scared. I was wedged. Yeah, just teleport. Yeah, I chose this. Good. All right, we still got the engine up there. All right, fine, whatever. I got a handbrake set. Mm-hmm. D1. That makes sense. I'm gonna do this the lazy way. That's D1. Just run through all the switches with the handcart that I don't have to worry about turning on each one. Still run into the train. I might destroy it. No, I'm sure that's not what the problem was. 99% sure. Of course, this part doesn't matter because it's just gonna... Okay. Yep. Yeah, wait until I start trying to use the freaking 282. I have done it in realistic with these settings a bit. I had another save file that I was working on before I started streaming this. But man, it's you have to crouch jump to get in the 282. You have to crouch as you're jumping. It's annoying. They really need to make the ladders work, or at least like all the other locomotives, give you one step to jump on and then jump in to the 282. That's all it needs. Making the ladders fully work would be nicer, but at least give us that step. Wait, what's cheating? This save file is I started on the stream. I only ever played it on stream. But I've been playing this a lot, especially since Simulator came out, so I actually played through the whole game on another profile in realistic. I should have streamed it from then for a completely fresh start, but wasn't really getting myself into streaming yet. Oh, well, you know, I've thought of that. The way I rationalize it is they're non-derailment switches, which are a thing that does exist, actually. Usually, though, switches are non-derailment because there's a dispatcher. So it's kind of, went way too far, didn't I? Yeah, the spawning the handcart back and forth. Yeah, it makes up for not being able to dash, but at the same time, it's a little silly. Yeah, I don't know. I still like it better than when I watch people play this. And they're in regular realistic mode, which gives you that little short dash. But they still dash all over the place, and they're just spamming the hell out of the F key, like they're gonna break their keyboard to keep zipping forward. And it's like, well, if you're gonna do that, then just don't play on realistic. That's my opinion, but you know, you clearly don't want to not dash, so don't play on a difficulty that lowers your dash down to a meter. I think that's what it is. well, it's like a foot, to put it in American terms. The dash is like right in front of you. It's really almost not worth it to dash when it's in realistic, but if you really go crazy mesh on the button, it is. I kind of rationalize it also by saying everything that you do in this game, pretty much in real life, you would never ever do as a single worker. There'd be at least one engineer and one brakeman slash conductor. It wouldn't just be one guy running back and forth between the engine and 20 cars back to throw a switch. That's so illegal. Anywhere. So, yeah. Get a little bit of speed, make sure we're not going to stop, and then I'll run back there on the angle cock so that I can stop when I want to. Working with flat cars is nice, at least. It's easy to run up and down the cars. Yeah, Ice. Yeah, I watch Ice a lot too. Spam the FP. Yeah, I know. It's hilarious, but at the same time, sometimes it pisses me off. And I like Heist. I like watching him a lot. It's just, if you're gonna do that, just don't play unrealistic. Or, beat the game however once, and then you can fiddle with the difficulty settings just like I did, and have it realistic, but with the longer dash. You can do that. I chose to make realistic harder, but you can go to difficulty settings and do realistic, and make it a little bit easier. But also, I don't hate the dash completely because with the dash, you can do more fun stuff, especially with switching. Like, in this playthrough, I'm never gonna really be able to kick cars. That was a little rough. Not too bad, but a little. But I'm never gonna be able to kick cars because I can't start shoving the train, cutting off the angle clock, and let the car go fly, stop the train, and then catch the cars to ride them down to stop them. I'm not gonna be able to do that. So, it's not going to be as exciting, I guess. We are not quite on. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Also, the thing with Heist that I like to remind people about is he's a railroader in real life, like a real, he works at you see him running steam trains and everything. So if you do it for real, then when you do the same thing in a game, you're not going to play it very realistically, because in real life, when he works on trains, he has to do everything carefully. You don't do everything carefully, somebody dies, basically. So when you get to play a game about trains, you're going to do everything the fun way. Yeah. There's some like little tiny kicks that I've done in this mode. Like little tiny kick something super slow so that I can still catch up to it and stuff. But then at that point, it's not really worth kicking it. Okay, we gotta come back more. Wait, I haven't run the D2 in a little while. I mean, this thing's still a pretty good switcher. And if you do get up to speed, then you can throttle it a lot more. And this thing, combined with the new slug that came out, is actually pretty nice, because you can just throw it in the notch 8 throttle and it won't complain. Although you're probably going to use a lot more fuel doing that, but still. It just keeps spinning the wheels. Double kicking outside view. Yeah, I could see that. Okay, let me just set a handbrake. Let's see if we get the time bonus on this set too. Okay, so I shut down the DM3. Yeah. So I guess we'll do a little switching with the E2 now that I got it out anyway. I'm the type that doesn't pass up switching jobs unless they're really super cheap payout, because I just feel like if you can spend some more time in the same place and just make a bunch of more money, then why not? Yeah, it might be kind of boring, but... Oh, sorry. That was wrong. Going forward. I'm just gonna drive this around to the station, I think. Oh, I still have the version of this that doesn't have number management. I thought I removed that. Because I remade the skin with number manager, but the one that's not number manager is always just 22. Oops. I didn't give myself enough time to do a real crossing warning there. I really shouldn't care about that. There's no other people in this world. Okay, Red. Well, thanks for coming by. I play Derail Valley pretty often. That or truck games, usually. Trying to get around to streaming more often. Alright, good night, Red. Thanks for the follow. And I missed that one, too. Oops. Sorry, train crossing. This is where I would really want to have a bell ringing. Going by the plaster platform. Used to where everything is. The D2, I haven't touched it in so long. That's good enough. Shut down with this now. Close the door so nobody steals the engine or something. That's anything that could ever happen. Probably shouldn't always leave my lantern lit. That's going to be a new thing for realism, I bet. Well, I'm just guessing, but imagine if they made you... Oh, yeah. Plenty of time. Beautiful. 26,000 extra just for those empties at the back end. Glad I did that. But that's going to be a new thing with these lanterns, I bet. Someday, maybe. Still make you fuel them up with kerosene. So if you leave them all on all the time, they're going to run out of kerosene. You'll have to go to shop and buy more. That would be cool. It would give you something else to do with the caboose, too. You could store the cans of kerosene in it. That'd be cool. How much money do we have? 96,000. Oh, that's nice. That's with spending the money on the caboose before, too. See? Slow and steady wins the race. Now, I just want to see some fees here. Is there some crazy card? No. Okay, so these cars that all say like 0% damage, 0% life, I should say, 100% damaged. These cars must be the same ones that nothing at all bad happened to last stream. I must have brought them in with the logs, unloaded them, and then it gave me a new job for the empties to bring them here. That's what must be what happened. And now there's probably no more jobs for those empties. Yeah, because all we have is... Yeah, that's usually what happens. Like, if you deliver empties somewhere, they don't give you another job to load those empties. Usually. But if you bring a load somewhere, then they give you a job to unload the empties, and then they might give you a logistical haul to take those empties somewhere else. But then the chain stops. Hey, there's a loading job. can do that with the D2. It's going to be a little tricky, but I can because it's all flat here. 3 pickups, which is a lot of work, but $18,000, which is pretty good. And load that one. I'll take the job sheet with me in case these cars in the way of getting those cars anyway, but it's really not worth it because it's empty containers. Yeah, it's only 3 cars and it's empty containers. But if I have to get these cars together just to get to those cars, then I might as well do it. Basically. There's the unload job, which we do last. You always do loading first. But for now, we're going to sleep. That was it. No, it's only 10 o'clock. Real life, I mean. In game, it's late enough that I can sleep through the night, which is always good. I might go to 6:30, give myself a chance for the most daylight. Gonna wake up, it's gonna be pouring much. Oh, weather's good right now. It's the forecast. Oh, I wasn't too far off. It's gonna start pouring at 9 a.m. apparently. It's 9 to 12 though. And the next time is what? Is that 3 a.m.? I'm sorry, I'm American. I don't understand military time. Yeah, that's probably 3 a.m. Because 3 p.m. would be 13, 14, 1500. That's 3 p.m. Okay. So good. So that next set of rain at 3 a.m. will hopefully slip through anyway. Okay, let me grab all these. Do I still have my red lantern? Yeah, I might need to use that. Okay, so we've got the issue of the sun turning on and off. It's when the sun is past the mountain ranges in a few places, and I don't think this is a mod thing. I would never report it because I am using mods, but I think I saw it happen to Kernel Failure once or twice, and he does not use mods. But if the sun is in a certain spotlight where it's like just peeking behind these mountains, which I think is going here, then if you're facing one way and then you face the other, the daylight just snaps. It's kind of funny. I'm sure they'll fix it eventually. I'm sure they know about it, I should say. Maybe it's even intended. 35. 35 is the one I don't really care about. Okay. The one I care about is 13, but if 35 is in the way, I'll do it. Okay, these two are 35. There's nothing else on this track, so we're not going to do 35, I've decided. 13. That's a logistical haul. Okay. Hey, Missouri Pacific. This set of cars, the regular Missouri Pacific cars, are out. If we see any blue ones, that is one I made a Missouri Pacific blue pack. That set is not released yet. I'm not quite sure how much I like them yet. I don't know. I want to see them a bit more in game and decide. Like the box car, I have the dirt skin on it basically to make it dirty. And I'm not sure how much I like it yet. There's some cars over there. Okay, so wait a minute. Was there one empty that I wanted here? Yeah, I want that flat car, right? Just not the box cars. Or was it? Damn it. Oh, he said he likes the slug. Yeah, the slug is nice. Okay, so the handcart did not, in fact, do any damage to those flat cars before. I didn't think so. Are you? 13. That is what I want. Okay. 3 pickups. So it's probably going to be 1 car here. Probably going to be 1 or 2 cars on that stupid stub track. A something. And then the rest, yeah, there must be, because the rest is D1 that I just buried with the cars that I brought in. Okay. You can get fuel here now, right? The DM3 really needs to be refueled. Yes. Okay, thank God. Before Sim, you couldn't get fuel here for some stupid reason. I guess because oil well is so close, but still. That used to really annoy me. So I'm glad you can get fuel here now. And there's even water for the steamer here. No coal, but that's okay. Coal you don't need too often. It's the water that you're always going to run out. Keep the doors open while we're switching. That's not the brake. That's the brake. Gotta get used to running D2. It's not that hard, but it's just... I'm used to levers being in different spots is all. It's not on red. Okay. This might be a bit of a shorter stream if I'm still tired. I think I'm getting through it though. Four people. Well, sounds like a record. Yeah, but are the other 3? Well, Burn's always here. Thing is, a lot of times there's bots. It was nice to have Red show up. That was cool. Never saw him before. I mean, Derail Valley is still a pretty hot game right now. As it should be. It's amazing the changes they made to it. It's well worth the price jump too. I think the price didn't even go that crazy much either. I think I looked at it on the store just for the hell of it. Derail Valley's like $40 now. It was 30. I mean, for everything they changed to just jump it up by $10, that's nothing. This is easily AAA game, I would say. Maybe that's just because I like it too much, but this is a really good game. I guess technically it's still in early access. I think that's about any game that's still being worked on and updated in Steam. So I guess that's kind of a mixed bag. I mean, isn't DayZ still in early access and that game's been around for like 10 years? And it's still like not cheap to buy too. I think. I don't remember. Maybe it sometimes can be cheap. I think I looked into getting that like a couple of years ago and I was like, wait, what? Like $35-40 and everybody just makes fun of the game for being early access or something. And I mean, it's not that terrible of a game, but I don't know if it's that good either. I only looked into it because I watched a few different streamers playing it back then. There are moments of that game that can be pretty good, but it's really very situational. Oh, I wanted to throw that switch. Sorry, my brain was a little slow there. It happens. Okay, Mr. Sun, can we pick a spot where you're always on, please? Or always off, one or the other? It just snaps from light to dark whenever I spin around is a little... It's a little annoying. It happens in places where there's a lot of mountains like this, because that's the problem, is it's stuck. The sun is like behind a mountain somewhere. So if you're angled a certain way, the game thinks, oh, the sun's shining through. And then if you're angled a different way, it's like, nope, it's not. I know it happens here because this is where I saw it happen to Kernel Failure. And then I've had it happen, I think, in just another place where there's high mountains. So it's just a thing that happens. Get over it. I want my bell on this thing, damn it. And Z-Sounds added a bell to it. There's some random lag tonight. I almost feel like I need actual headlights on. Okay, I bet I need flat cars from both. No, wait, it said 3 pickups total, so it's only going to be one of these. 15? Can't tell, too fast. Oh, that wasn't the brakes. Sure, it's going to be one of those cars. $35. Oh, that's the one I don't care about. Oh, wait, I can't get up on the flat car. 13, of course. And I got this box car in the way. Oh, that's part of 13. Oh, I thought boxcar was... I almost said I thought boxcar was only 13. What I meant was I thought 13 was only flat cars. No. There is at least one boxcar and the others two. Okay. Alright, we need both these cars. Good. Oh, another difference with... I forgot to mention this when Red was here. Oh, your internet's being crap. Oh, that sucks. But, with regular realistic, when they first came out with simulator in realistic mode, keybinds were completely turned off. You couldn't use keybinds. Now, if you're in the locomotive in range of the controls, you can use keybinds. I guess enough people. Which is understandable. I can see that. You know, some people's mouse wheels don't work that great and stuff, so I can see that. It's a quality of life thing. But since by the time they made that change, I already got myself fully used to not using keybinds. When they decided to add that to realistic, I took it off, so I still can't use keybinds in this mode. This specific difficulty level. I have a feeling I probably should have turned it on, left it on just in case for like emergencies, but then we wouldn't have had that fun derailment we had. Or sorry, that didn't happen. Okay, the lighting stuff is getting annoying here. The fact that just moving my head up and down is messing it up this much. Little annoying. Still not that bad, but I still have this, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna have to start marking cars. Because now I'm pretty sure the rest, I know it's the only place it can be. The rest is gonna be on D1. And I know I just buried whatever was on D1 with those steak cards that I brought up from the sawmill. So I'm gonna have to dig them up. Now, did we couple? I think we did. I don't know why that song had a freaking tire screech at the end, but that was fun. It's very specific. Okay. I have a feeling that's not really where the handbrake should be, but whatever. Now, without the ability to dash, unfortunately, I can't get on... Oh, good. Okay, we're not leading with the boxcar. What I was trying to say is I can't get on the boxcars at all to ride them or anything. It's just nothing you can get onto unless they add the step for that railing. For the grab bars, I should say. Just wanted to throw that back. That's all set. Good. I only have one of those red lanterns now, right? Yeah, I should have bought two. Because there are times when you want to. Switching. But it's daytime, so I can use this. Is this just switching in this area? Well, I'm doing switching now. There are some freight halls leading out of here and some logistical halls. It's just... I'm loading up this one job. It's worth a lot. I gotta... Buy... Shovel. I'm reminding myself to buy the extra shovel. So I just pinned it. Of course, I could have just run over there and bought it now, but I'd rather buy it sometime when I'm swinging by it anyway. I just want to have it for when I have Steam. I have a regular shovel, but I really want to use the expert. You can fine-tune it much better. And with the new way that the steam engines run nowadays, it's not as annoying to use the expert shovel as it used to be. Because it used to be you pretty much loaded up the firebox all the way anyway, so if you were using the expert shovel, you're just making a ton of extra scoops for no reason. But nowadays, you can really fine-tune it with that expert shovel. You can really use as little coal and therefore water as possible. And also, if you load it up with too much coal, you're just going to be rolling black smoke everywhere, which, you know, nobody likes that. Actually, I don't really know, as far as the game is concerned. If you run black smoke with the steam engine all the time, does it make your emissions cost more? I think the emissions fee is probably just straight up some kind of... it's some kind of percentage of how much fuel you use up, not really like how much smoke you're actually making. Really, that tiny little blip of air, I wanted to slow it down just a tiny bit. Not like I have to walk far, it's only 3 cars, but still. That annoyed me. I forgot to throw my light back. Doesn't really matter right now. Come on. So these cars now have no job. I'm gonna take them just because they're in the way. Gotta get them out of the way. Now, is the rest of the empties back here just the cars that I need for 13? I'm betting it is, because 13's a pretty long set of cars, and I only have 3 so far, so. Did we couple back here, hopefully? Yes. I think I did that before. Yes, I did. Good. Good Redbear, thinking ahead of time. SL13, yes. Is there still a handbrake back here? But I took it off. I think I did. Yeah, this is only gonna be 13. Okay, good. Ah, thunder. I don't know if you heard that, but we still have some thunder rumbling here. 13. Yes. Alright, so we're gonna pull this whole thing out. Park the 13s on the main track in the center, I think. Whatever track I can park it on, really. And then stick these stake cars back over here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Or do I have a clear track for that? Well, there's a lot of... Yeah, center track is fine. The only train that's on there is way down there, so yeah, that's fine. Actually, I really don't need the red lantern yet, but whatever, it's already there. Leave it there. So it's pretty obvious where there's a difference between regular flat car and state car. Lights are already set up to go backwards because I never fixed them to go forwards. I gotta watch my amps. I'm not used to this thing. Wait, what? Brakes? Why are there still brakes? Missed the handbrake? Yeah. Oh, did I set 2 on the state cars and I only took off 1? Oh, I didn't take this one off. Yeah, I must have just done this one and I missed the first one. I probably did set 2 because it was a long string. Be happy when this freaking summer is over. We had some better weather for a little while, but now the last like 3 days have been super hot and humid. Terrible. And now we're into September. That crap should be ending. Although it is the height of hurricane season right now. I think the 10th is the exact day that's really the height, but yeah, close enough. September 10th. I remember that because back in the old days when I was much younger, I used to think it was fun to watch a lot of Weather Channel. And I used to like even have a map to chart out the hurricanes. I would like draw them out on a map and say, okay, you know, draw out the course of where they're going. It's not like you can change it or anything, but you know, we have a flat car in the yeah we do. maybe gotten a little bit more speed, but whatever. It's not gonna stop, so it's okay. Actually, I don't have to go all the way over to the center track. I can just put it on this track. I just need to be able to squeeze that box car and these flat cars here. I think there's enough room. Here, I was thinking, but there's probably not. Whatever. Let's go with the original plan. There's definitely enough room here. It's starting to rain a little bit. Oh, my stream is getting a little rough. Just noticed the little green cube was red for a second there. And there we have been under like a constant thunderstorms for like the past 2 hours, I think. So I guess that makes sense. Ugh. Why didn't I go out the front door? So that's plenty. Oh, the air. That's not the air. This is the problem with the couplers. And we did damage. So that's what I was trying to do. And I couldn't do it. Because I kept just clicking the coupler. That is the problem with the... I should have gone to the center track. That would have given me more time to get to the back of the train. I just needed to get here to make the cut and blow the air. But I didn't make it. So I don't know how fast we... I mean, we weren't going that fast, but still, I think I did some damage. Let's see. Did we get away with it? Oh, maybe we got away with it. Oh, one more car. Yes. There's no way the empties didn't get damaged, but the load did, right? Yeah, okay, good. We got away with it. Sweet. Let me keep this like that so that I can't relock in case it rolls. Okay, now to stash these freaking... This is when kicking cards would be nice if I was confident in trying to do that without dashing, but gotta toss these stake cars back over to this track. Oh, We got away with that. That was a little rough, but wasn't rough enough to do damage. That should fit there. Oh, really? Is the rails wet? Is it raining enough for the rails to be wet? I guess so. The slug is nice, but I don't know. It's random thought about the slug again, just popped in my head, but I don't know if I'm really going to use the slug much at all in this playthrough, simply because it's going to be pretty situational if I ever need to use it. And then it costs money to, like, spawn it. You can spawn it with the radio, but it ain't free. Oh, that's way too far. So, I will probably buy it, though, because you buy the key for the slug. That's the one I want. You buy the key for the slug at the harbor, and then the place where you get the slug is pretty much at the harbor, so that makes it, easy. And I might buy the slug just for when I'm switching out with the harbor. It'd be worth it just for that, and then I'll just keep it either in one of the bays in the roundhouse, or I'll probably keep it on that siding where the one DE2 always spawns, and then there's a little split. There's a DE2 that always spawns on that one siding pretty close to the station in the harbor, and then there's another empty siding always right next to it. I'll probably keep the slug there. Okay, so now I threw the switch. Right, brain dying. I gotta toss these state cars back over in D1. This is where kicking would be nice, but I don't think I'm really gonna be able to do that. Especially because it's a boxcar I need to get around to get to the spot where I need to kick it from. Let's see. But I can't climb up in the boxcar, you see. So I might get to the spot where I want to kick it. This might work, actually. This break. Now, see, this is a nice slow kick. This I can handle, because I was able to just run. Okay, so there you go. Sometimes I can kick cars, but it's going to be very situational. And I don't know if it's really going to be worth it that much, but that's the set that I... Yeah. Now that was maybe going a bridge too far, but that's fine, because they're rolling real slow. I'd like to park these pretty much as far back as I can, because I'm probably going to have other empties to put here. Well, that one to unload the lumber that I brought in. They're going to go here, like some of them. So if I throw these back further, then it's less I have to shove them back later. I think that'll be good. Turned it the second it turned. Oh, handbrake. God, I used that. Better stay in the engine. I don't know if I'll get to the end. That damn boxcar's the problem. That's safe. Shouldn't need this here anymore. This cute little kiss. There we go. That is why I left this so that it couldn't relock, because it would have locked in. I'm still gonna check it anyway, but I'm sure we're fine. Yes. Oh, hey, we're gonna automatically start moving forward a little bit. Oh, that was nice. We're back now. It's the regular. It's battle music of Final Fantasy VIII. Love it. Alright. Now we're ready to load this up. Gotta get it on the loading track. Hello? Did we get it? Thank you. There's flat cars on the end, right? It's not box cars, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Ah, nostalgia. I did throw that switch for the stupid little siding back, right? We're not about to crash into some parked cars or a buffer, right? Just thought of it. I'm pretty sure I threw it back. Yes, yes, we're good. Just thought of that and I was like, oh, I didn't flip any headlights back forward though. Heart rate's still a little higher tonight, huh? I did take my pills, right? Wondering if I took my lisinopril. Pretty sure, yeah. I did. Yeah, I took them with the soda. Yeah, I did. Lisinopril is blood pressure. I don't know if that affects heart rate or not. It affects blood pressure, but I know my mom's on 2 different blood pressure meds, and one of them... Oh, freaking... How did that get thrown? Did I pull a car out of there earlier? I must have. What? I thought the single car I pulled out was over there. No, it was this one. Damn it. At least I saw it. Angry switching. I don't think I hooked up yet. No, okay. Yeah. More. This is what happens when you get lazy. Oh yeah, I did pull a car out of there, I remember now. And you don't throw your switches back to the main. Where's the angle cock? This is the really annoying bug. There it is. You just have to stop looking at it and walk away a little bit and then come back. But when you can't dash, that's easier said than done. That's how you really creep if you want to creep. It's good when you can lap the brakes. Couldn't do that before Sim. Wasn't such thing as lap. Brakes were just on or off, basically. Song is too quiet. So I didn't even look at what was heading out of here yet. Oh, my pinned message went away, but I'm remembering. Buy the stupid expert shovel. You know what? I'm gonna do that now, because I'm just gonna forget. Outputs are all yes. I want that to still be that way. Where's the shop? Goodbye. Oh, now that switch is going to be thrown. That's okay. Punch buggy. Yellow? Dirty yellow? I miss my beetle. Well, what am I doing? Oh. That's what I'm doing. Expert shovel. $5 grand. Put it in here for now. $13 is what I'm doing. 35 I don't care about. They can have it. That's gonna be afterwards. Let's put that in the sun somewhere. Come on. Bye. Ow. Of course. Of course, I gotta service the engines. I mean, it's not coming, but, you know. This one probably is fine, but the other one really needs to be serviced. Let's see. I probably just need to do the other one. The DM3, that I know is pretty low on fuel. Yeah, I haven't done too much with this yet. Let's shut this down. And get out the DM3 now, right? Didn't I already set a handbrake on this? I must have, because I had to turn in the quest. Right? Reach. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure. Gotta be safe, you know. This is not the ES&D. Goodbye. Come on. Oh yeah, it was under half a tank. That's how much right there. 3,200. And the mechanical is probably even more. It's normal wear and tear. The DM3, I mean, does cost a bit more. Yeah, what's that fine? What's another 250? Audio, of course, is fine. Oh, 538 on the wheels. Wow. Yeah, we did a lot with this DM3. 220, yeah, 2200. Of course, no electrical powertrain. 6,200 total. That's really not bad. That's pretty cheap. Because we did a bunch of switching. We haven't gotten fuel since the steel mill. We ran those empties down, loads, whatever we ran down to sawmill. Right? Oh, but then we had the oopsie whoopsie. Trying to remember course of events. I'm trying to remember when I last got fuel. It was before sawmill because I couldn't get fuel in sawmill. That's the point I'm trying to make. So that's pretty cheap. Although I was able to get everything else except fuel at sawmill. So no, not my money. Still, it's pretty good. Yeah, they definitely fiddled with the numbers, the running cost of this thing, because in the beginning the running cost was a bit too much. So they balanced it out a bit, I think. Could be wrong, but I think they did. Now, are you gonna make me service the little D2, or are we good? I don't think you're gonna make me service the D2. I didn't use it that much. What am I doing? Well, $191 emissions, I guess. Ow. Wait, I owe $6,900 on the D2? That seems high. Oh, damage. I know this is double, but that still seems high. I don't feel like I did that much. I guess I was working it a little hard, but not that hard. I really only owe half of that, $3,500, if I manually service it. So what's my... I could just put the job in and see if it lets me do it, but I guess I want to show this off. Fee tolerance. Okay, so as long as my fees are under 11,000, the fees that are here, then I can take more jobs. But it's over 11,000 that I can't. So. Okay, I can take this job then. Thank you. D1L, yeah. D40. Over outlet. I wonder when cargo swap mod is ever going to get updated. It's basically the same as Skin Manager, but specifically for the cargo that goes on the flat cars primarily. Like the containers and the tractors, stuff like that. I have a couple of skins for those if it ever gets updated. Not much, just a couple. Once I service this, handbrake's gonna be back on. Yeah. Okay, we're all loaded up. Did I set a handbrake on the cars? I don't think I did, but no. Nope, don't hear anything. Okay, it's just heavy. It is kind of heavy. almost 400 tons. That's almost kind of pushing it for this little D2. It's okay in the yard doing that, but I probably wouldn't go on the road with this much. Not with one D2 anyway. Probably two. Used to be able to do a lot more with the D2. $11 o'clock. Okay. I didn't leave any empties parked on any of the output tracks, right? I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, that was temporary. That was the state cars. I put them back on D1. Okay. Good. Because these are going to D4, which is what, one left of center? Yeah, that's a decent length of cars there. Ah, jaw. Sometimes it doesn't bother me. Every once in a while, though, it still does. It's been like a month now, at least, that I've been feeling it. Which is weird, because when I first started feeling it, I'd feel it for like a day or two, and then it would go away. So, that's fun. Stopped. Make sure. I think dead center is... Anyway, three... Oh no, this was right. It's dead center. I drifted? Oh, I left it in D3. Got the cap. See if I timed that well. Boxcar. I got whatever on here, I think. Rich. Yawn. Pain. I bought the shovel, right? Yes. I think after I park this up, get paid, I'm just gonna check out the next jobs. Oh, that's right. Got the unload job one. That's right. Never mind. One more switching job. Anyway, after the unload job, which I think I'm gonna need the DM3 for. Actually, I'm looking at over there. That's probably gonna be a little bit much for this one. YouTube. But after that, then I will look at what's heading out of here, put together a train to leave with, and then call it for the night. It's 11 o'clock. Yeah, let's see if we can do all of that in the next hour. Depends on how long it takes to unload the wood. It shouldn't be too bad. Oops. That was okay. I'm a nice yard man. I make sure the handbrakes are only on the important end, so you don't have to walk all the way back again if this is too loud. Sorry. I don't feel like trying to fiddle with the volume, so. Actually, I had to take off the handbrake. Wait a minute, do I have to shove it in more? No, never mind. I'm gonna set 2 handbrakes. It's a pretty long set of cars. Game's just a little wacky lag every once in a while. Weird. Let's see something real quick. Oh, I got some stuff running. Is there anything running that shouldn't be running? Right-click the task. Right. Oh, not really. Derail Valley is using about 6.7 gigs of RAM, which honestly isn't that bad considering the requirements page tells you need 16 gigs of RAM, so that's not too bad. Back before Simulator with all the custom cars and the reskins and everything that I had, it would be running at like 20 gigs of RAM damn near. The CPU is it's using 40% of their CPU. Okay, so CPUs is what's getting logged down a little bit. Google Chrome 700 megabytes. That's not too bad. And nothing out of the ordinary that doesn't belong or whatever. Wondering. What does OBS Studio have? Like 8 instances. Browser page. Oh, that's just for like the chat and other stuff in OBS Studio. Okay, whatever. It's used barely anything. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I didn't leave something running. I knew I wasn't running like in a Minecraft server or something. Okay, the task manager, when I closed it, took a few seconds to go away. I guess maybe it's just time for a restart pretty soon for the computer. So, did I park this? Yes. I might as well... Actually, no. I think I want to keep the D2 here, don't I? No. No, I don't want to keep the DE2 here because it's not really going to be powerful enough for that lumber. I don't think. Oh, 300 tons. That's not that bad. She can do it. Oh, that's right. Came through on the pass-through track, so yeah, for that switch. Came through on the pass-through. Yeah, that's a sentence. I think actually I'll just unload this and then that'll be the stream. I'm getting tired. And, I mean, it's going a little over 3 hours. That's not too bad. Yeah, somewhere between 11 and 12 is when I've been ending. And it's a little after 11, so... I do have to do some daytime streams, so... Give people a chance that are in Europe. Watch. Still looking in the wrong place for the brake lever. Looking at the horn thinking it's the brake lever. That's... Yeah, that's a little silly. Do. Oh, this is still lit. Oops. I didn't leave the other end open, right? Pretty sure I closed it. Yeah. Wait, did I get handbrakes? No, I did not. Okay. Hey. You're gonna be able to move it. Come on, D2, you can do it. Watching my amps. Okay, I see where I was a little concerned because I saw the yard here, but that's just because I didn't make it around this bend yet. Because I turned this down a click because it wasn't really doing anything anyway, but I guess it's still doing a little bit of something. Headlight. How did that happen? Oh, I still turning this. I probably should have made a second trip for that. But still did it in 20 minutes and they gave me under 53, so there. Ah. 27,000. Money, 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 money. This needs going. Oh, come on. I said 7. Three drop-offs, of course. B3, D1, B2. One card to D2. Okay. This is lit, right? Yeah, this is lit. Good. Oh, was this a train that I put together? Sawmill, so the order's not going to be right. I better check all the cars. Yeah, 622. Yep, the order's scrambled up. Because I put it together at the sawmill. Pain. Sorry, I had to reposition myself a bit. So, 622. Oh, yeah. See, it should have been either that or this on this end. So. That's what it was. 6, 7. 622 and 247. Yes, okay. So these two go to D1, so they're going around for the whole ride. Two, 6. That's my single. Okay, so that goes here. Which means the rest, whatever order they're in, the rest goes to D3. Okay, that's not too bad. Want this. My 17th. This single car here. Let's see, if I had a second red lantern, I would stick it here. But that's okay. Not too hard to figure out that one car goes here. Doesn't really matter, but I would rather. Yeah, things are a little laggy here. I should have restarted the computer before the stream. These two go to D1. So I'm going to stick this one over on D2. I would kick it, but with how slow I would have to kick it so that I could catch it and not die. It's not worth kicking. I think it's even faster to not kick it, just place it the normal way. I could try. Well, you know what? I'll do this. And no, if I pop that one, it'll pop off on me. Actually, better not even do that because I probably didn't give it a chance to air back up. Gotta set the handbrake on that one anyways. Saving a little bit of time, but not much. And I went backwards. Yeah, I was thinking I had to get past that switch for some weird reason. But I didn't. Oh, that's wrong. Lever. Wrong lever, Kronk. Wrong lever. Okay, actually it was a good thing that I threw that switch. Now I gotta go way back through the passenger yard. Shut this over on 3. That right. I said that it's only like 4 cars. Okay, so this set. Quite sure if I made it past the switch or not, but I did. Oh, I cleared the crossing too, just about. Yeah, they landed it. Yeah, a bit. Oh, come on, I didn't hit the brakes that much. Keep going. Keep rolling. Ghost trains. I mean, it's neat. I could make a ghost train happen pretty easily. By just releasing all the brakes and just kicking a car somewhere. Wouldn't do it realistic, but I've seen people do that a few times in this game. Train cars moving down track with no... Yeah. Well, this is Goods Factory, and back that away, it's a tunnel you can just barely make out. And from that tunnel out of town is all downhill. So if I slammed into the cars too hard, just started kicking them and rolling down the line, they would go for a while. Actually happened to Colonel Failure, I believe. Oh, I didn't freaking kick off. I was doing everything so efficiently, but then I didn't kick off the handbrake. Thank you. Right. It's the handbrake. Of course, you can't just shove through the handbrake, but that's not nice. I remember when I was a kid with the riding bikes around, and all the other kids were riding bikes around. They used to do, like, they'd call it ghost bike, where they would take their bike and just try to roll it and keep it straight and just let it roll down the street with nobody on it. And of course it would go for a little while and it would fall over, and I never did it because I'm like, I don't want to do that to my bike. I mean, all you can do is scratch up the bike, but still, I didn't want to do that. But it was always kind of fun when they did that. It was neat when they would get it rolling and it would just keep going like a quarter mile or something. Oh yeah, training wheels doesn't count. Yeah, we had some kids that did it with the training wheels, and they were like, no, that doesn't count. That's just a trike. Hold on. Did I set the handbrake on that one single stupid car I had to park there? Second guessing myself now. But it will refuse to finish the job if you don't set the handbrake on at least one car you've set, and I didn't. Aha! I thought about it. This is kind of annoying. Now I gotta zigzag around. Yeah, because I gotta put these two cars in D yard. Okay. Another switch that I got. No, I didn't forget about it. Silly, but okay. I think it's a little bit faster to zigzag around that way than the other way. Love how this thing sounds like it's doing 200 miles an hour. We're doing like 30 kilometers, which is like what, 20 miles? Yeah. 15 or 20. I'm getting a little hot. Let's turn on the fan. There we go. Oh, where am I? Oh, about to die. Let's see. Get on the train. Thank you. Could have slept through the night, but I decided not to for some reason. Oops. Toot, 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 toot. There we go. Crossing was warned. I mean, the gates were already down anyway. You know, I don't know if there's any other humans left in this world anyway. Okay, D1. Let's try. Thanks. Look, I got a headlight. It's handheld headlight. Till the battery runs out anyway. And this up to 12 o'clock anyway. Wow, this job took a little while. It's 3 drop-offs. We're well clear, I think. Yeah, we're done. Well, just about, actually. Might still put the train together with it. Well, no point. I can just fire up the DM3. That'll be next time, though. So I'm about done for the night. Go that way, that's fine. A little late. Still want a bell on this thing. A little late too. Oh, is that good or what? Okay. That was fun. No, I want that on. Doors. $830 damage. That one that I kicked. Not bad at all. 130,000. That's nice. So at the start of the stream, I had. What did we have? Like maybe 30 or 40,000, and then I spent 20 on the caboose keys, and then I spent 5 on the shovel and maintenance on the engines, and between the deliveries and the shunting we did, now we have 130,000. Nice. Could get another license probably. I know I could, but do I have concurrent 2 yet? Yes. Train link 2. Okay, so next we can start in on hazmats and militaries. Still don't have MU. Dollar. Don't have the DH4 yet. Or the 282. We can afford Either one. Both, really. Because the 282 requires concurrent 2, and the DH4 requires long 2, but we have all of that, so nice. I think it's down in the harbor. There's a slug for like 30,000, I think. I'm not in any rush to really get. So yeah, I'd like to go somewhere next time. Have a chance to get a 282 though. That'd be nice. Also, the 282 wheel arrangement mod. I don't know if I'm going to keep that in because I didn't like the draggy noise that I heard when I was using it yesterday in sandbox mode. Not sure. It's just if there's any kind of wackiness going on and I start queuing fees, that's going to really suck in realistic. It doesn't matter in sandbox, of course, but oh dear. Hubris. 330 plus 270. I'm pretty sure I cannot do that combo. Be nice, but wait. This is 10,000. That's one we just loaded up to Food Factory. Food Factory is not that far away for 10,000. That's actually not too bad. It's a short run, but it's downhill, so should be able to do it, and that's actually not bad. That's an extra. I don't think it's worth it to find that one car to bring for another 3,000, but could. 2 empty steel mill. Oh, there's more harbor. City Southwest. Harbor. Freaking empty containers. No, they're not gonna. Empty cars, by the way, are worth more than empty containers. I think probably the sensible thing to do would to take this one, 330 to harbor, plus another 60 to harbor. That's still kind of heavy, but it should be okay as long as I blitz through the steel mill fast enough to hit that hill with some speed. That's the only bad spot. It's downhill out of here, and then once you get out of steel mill and up that big hill, then the rest is all downhill to harbor. So 390 we can do. 600 something. About 605. And then another 60, 665. No. Okay. Not with just one DM3, I don't think so. And if I wanted to do more than one locomotive, I'd have to do a DM3 plus the little D2 that's here, and that would be painful. That would be painful. Although since the DM3 would do most of the work, and you just hop back to the D2 to just kind of goose it up a little bit more, the D2 would more be like trying to get you more speed than doing most of the work. It could work if I had the diesel remote from the machine factory, and then I could just control the DE2 while being in the cab of the DM3. That would work. But in my realistic settings, with not being able to dash, it's going to be kind of tricky to get back and forth between the DM3 and the DE2. So I don't think I'm going to do that. I'll sleep on it because I'm going to stop the stream pretty soon anyway. We'll think about it. Trying to get all of that together. That's a lot, though. It's just if I can add it to all together, that's an extra 16,000. But we are doing pretty good on money, too. I'm probably going to do the sensible thing and just take this one plus this one. That's still 18 plus another 8. That's pretty good payoff. Anyway, payout. And then when we're down there, we can see if there's a 282. think I'll take out the wheel arrangement and the whatchamacallit, the streamlining mod before then. I have a feeling there's downsides to those mods. That, I mean, I like them. I like what you can do with it, but I feel like they still need some work. Anywho, I think that's gonna be it for tonight. What time is it? In game. Oh. It's not even worth sleeping then. Alright. Save. Haven't done that in a while. Of course, this is hardcore saving, so you only get one save. I did back up the save file before this. Well, yesterday I backed up the save file before I put in the wheel arrangement mod, just in case that screws something up. But, yeah. I guess I should back it up again. Okay. Alright. Switch screens, I guess. What time is it? Yeah, it's 12 o'clock. There we go. Hey, look at that. I should make some kind of what do they call it? Transition screen, so that it, like, slowly transitions from one thing to the other. But I'm not that fancy. No biggie. Anyway, I will see you guys around later. Good night.